What a biggity bitch. But people come to me to look at their papers, comma. How would it look like if I can't even write a thesis chapter and make it flow right, bro? Now I'm not coming at you. It's just on me.
Now, Chester, I thought about this, and I make this as easy on you as possible. Therefore, until you have gotten entirely off your...
Yo, that new episode of Kanan was crazy. Yo, jukebox is gonna crack. I'm not gonna lie, though. I'm more ready for book 2 to come back. I'm not gonna lie. What's up, everybody? On some real shit, when I first saw that scene, I thought she was smoking out of a bowl. But hey. But if that's how old girl really dies and stuff like that, I'm gonna be kind of disappointed. Oh, fuck. Damn shit. Fuck off my ass.
Chester? Yes. Chester, I'm prepared to let you stay in the pool house.
The pool house?
The pool house.
Just the pool house with a concrete floor.
Well, it's a little picnic up, but it could be quite cozy.
Just that's where guests change.
Well, we don't have all that many guests, and when we do, that might be fun for you. Anyway, Chester, I know how proud you are, and I know that you would never accept charity. So I decided to let you pay rent.
Damn. Homegirl say you gonna pay rent.
Or if you can't pay rent, you could work it off by cleaning the pool or doing a little gardening.
I know that's right. She said pay rent. Homegirl was not fucking playing. She said pay rent. Are you all right, man? Yeah, I'm good. Something just fell behind my TV, and I hate when that happens. Yeah, man, I can't wait to talk about this album. Like I said, originally we were supposed to have talked about Nori's album, but I feel like I want to push that to Tuesday. Um, I don't know, man. It's just like a lot of hip hop albums I have lined up to talk about. Like I mostly just want to discuss why certain shit happens. You know what I'm saying? What about September 13th? September 13th. Well, what about what's significant about September 13th, Q? I swear this show was a trip. Okay. Time to be serious. Tries on his way. Q, I am not doing any Tupac videos anytime soon. I've already done his movie breakdown months ago. I'm not gonna do every time it's Tupac's birthday or Tupac's death. I'm not gonna do anything, and that's just not for Pac. It's for any artist and shit like that. Like, there's plenty of other artists I want to talk about other than Pac, and yeah, I've already talked about the "Are You Still Down" posthumous album. Hell, if anything, when it comes to like, I did say I was going to even talk about Junior Mafia's conspiracy at one point, but shit, since I already talked about Biggie's Ready to Die, Life After Death, you can throw in Lil Kim's Hardcore with that too and shit like that. I mean, and like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm not coming at anybody. It's just that with certain artists, I want to give that fair treatment because there've been over the years I've said I was going to review a certain artist or a certain album. I kept pushing it back, kept pushing it back, kept pushing it back, kept pushing it back. And it's just the fact that the only reason why I did the Tupac movie breakdown was really because the fact that nobody really ever done that before. And I love the idea so much. I do plan on sometime next month doing like what I did with the Tupac movie breakdown, doing something with the Batman movie break. But I'm just talking about the Batman movies from 89 to 97. I was thinking about doing that. Fuck, come on. This shit can't stay on the charger. Really? Damn. Yeah, you should.
What's good?
Hey,
What up?
nothing much. Just kind of having a day today.
I see.
Yeah,
Man, you gotta say fuck all that, man. Come talk about good music here with us, man. Fuck all that bullshit.
I know.
You
It's
know what I
not.
mean?
It's not just that. It's just other bullshit. And I think Q kind of felt like I kind of blew up on him a little bit because
Yeah, that happens all the time. What was he talking about? Tupac again? That happens all the time. He'll be alright.
he asked me what I was doing for his death. I'm like, well, I've already done the movie breakdown and
We
shit like
you're like 4 years late. We done talked about Tupac already, bro. Like there's no more Tupac. He's dead. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? We can only do so much Tupac on here.
that. Right. Hell, I even told them like, if you're talking about Biggie and shit, I didn't even talk about Junior Mafia's conspiracy. I talked about the Thug Life album and shit. But hey, there's all the Biggie questions and shit. Like,
He's dead too. There's nothing to talk about.
shit, no one talks about Sean Price or
He's
Big
dead.
L.
We
Well, we
talked
already
about
did
him.
Big L. We
We
already
talked
did
about
Big
Big L. There's nothing else to talk about Big L. He's dead. He has one album. We talked about it. We talked
Big
about the first
Pun.
one. We talked about Big Picture. We even talked about the EP that I had never seen nobody talk about on here.
No one.
He's
We
dead.
even talk about Big Pun's Yeah Baby. No one talks about that.
Exactly.
And
Let
I
these
even
people rest in
like that
peace.
album as much as Capital Punishment. So
He's dead. There's nothing to talk about.
shit. But yeah, I'm not coming at you, P. I'm just having a
Fuck all that.
fucking.
Fuck all that.
Hey
Clifton was
Sam.
good. DJ Tim was good. Sam.
Um. So I got a story to tell y'all later and shit, but
I'm
I need to
good.
get myself. I need to get myself weeded before I say this.
What happened?
I know it's what I told you earlier.
Oh, okay.
Because 9 times out of 10, these Sunday afternoon reviews might come to an end next week. Just to let y'all know. Yeah. Because my job is on some bullshit. Why is it every time I get a good job, it's always some bullshit?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's karma or something.
Like, what the fuck I be doing to people and shit? Like,
I don't know. What are you doing?
mm.
Favorite Batman review? We didn't review no Batman. What you
Yeah, I
talking
ain't
about?
reading on Batman yet. Next month, I got something for y'all regarding Batman and shit. So I do want to talk about this whole Kanye Andre 3000 song and shit. I do want to talk about.
Why did he leave it off for Donda?
So from what I heard, um, Andre 3000 pretty much he wanted to work with Andre 3000. Andre 3000 felt like it was an honor, but he didn't like the fact that his verse was used for the Kanye Drake beef or whatever and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
And he pretty much said that he did. That's why he don't really like to. He said that it's not really that he always jumps on anybody's projects and some shit like that, you know.
And he got paid, right? He got paid for the track. So now you come to this realization? I don't understand. Like he's like he doesn't want to be part of in the middle because he's friends with Drake. He was on Drake's second album, Take Care. He was on 30 Hours on the Pablo album. Okay, but Rick Ross and Weezy is on the album too. Is on Drake's album, and they're caught in the middle because they're friends with Kanye also. So I don't
You know
get that.
Andre. Andre's like a chameleon. He only comes out like once, twice a year. And shit.
Well, he needs to come out more. Like he told Rick Rubin last year, he has writer's block. You don't sound like you got writer's block though. You know what I'm saying? Come out with that album. Like you ain't dropped shit since Love Below. Like we need an album from him.
Shit. I was just telling my homeboy and shit like that about the Idlewild album. I was telling him how it's like my least favorite Outkast album and shit.
It was okay. It was not one of my favorite soundtracks. It was alright.
Yeah, the 2000 Outkast. We gotta talk about that.
What is Once Upon a Time in America? What is that?
It's a movie. It's a
That
mob
sounds
movie and
familiar.
shit.
Who's in that?
Isn't that the one with Leonardo DiCaprio?
It sounds familiar. I don't know if I saw it.
Shit. Bro, I've been. Oh shit. But yeah, so you said you heard Certified Lover Boy?
Yeah, I heard it. Same old Drake.
How many mics?
Nothing,
How
nothing
many mics would you
spectacular.
give it?
Out of 5,
Yeah.
3.5. It's same old Drake. He's singing. He's rapping. He's still trying to prove that he's one of the best spitters out. I don't know why he's doing that after a decade.
I really
You
don't
know,
understand why everyone is saying how he's a GOAT. I'm just like,
a good what?
and when motherfuckers say Lil Baby can out rap Kendrick Lamar, that's when I just lose faith in all of hip hop fans and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I lose faith in this generation, and then they wonder why I don't respect their generation. But look at the shit that y'all say. You
Like
know,
Lil Baby can out rap Kendrick Lamar.
no, not even.
Brace yourself, I'll take y'all through a trip down memory lane. Like I want to hear Lil Baby get on that shit. And then when they say,
Well, there's a song, the song that he said when he dissing Kanye on, and he's talking about how Kanye dropped to number 3. He's no longer in the top 2. Who put Drake in the top 2? Because I don't think you on that level with Kendrick or J. Cole or Griselda. So
or Chris.
who put him in the top 2? That's what I'm trying to figure out. 'Cause he didn't name the other person. He just said he's in the top 2 and Kanye fell at number 3. Well, that's interesting.
My
Like
question
you was
is,
never in my top 3, so.
my question is, why did this Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys? That's my question.
Again, just trying to prove how tough he is after a decade. You're still trying to prove that you got bars, and if you're still trying to prove that after 10 years, then maybe you don't have bars. If you gotta convince yourself that.
To be honest, I can't take a nigga seriously when he sounds like this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna
Can't
do
take
nothing
it.
to Kanye. Like, stop with all the fake threats, and he's not gonna do shit to Kanye.
I
It's
just want
not
to
gonna
push
be
it.
some. It's not gonna be some messy bloodbath, and I can't take Drake seriously when he's talking. He's trying to be tough. You know what I'm
But
saying? And that's why Swiss Beats called him out. My bad.
all weekend is Drake killed Donda, Silverboy Loverboy. This. First of all, both the album covers suck. First of all,
Right.
like that album cover looks like some fucking weed. You know them fucking emojis you make with the weed, the me or
Right.
avatar or whatever. Yeah, it looks like that fucking shit. Second of all, like you said, it's always the same bullshit. It's not anything groundbreaking. Like
Right. Same
Donda,
thing.
I may have not heard the whole of Donda, but from what I've heard, is some of the shit I've heard. You can tell Kanye's been stepping his game up production wise and shit like that.
Donda is Kanye's return. Okay, Kanye ain't dropped nothing good since Twisted Fantasy and Watch the Throne. This is his best album since then, in my opinion. Drake, we know what we getting from Drake. If you listen to Drake from his first album to now, you know what you're getting. He's gonna sing, he's gonna rap, he's gonna talk his shit. That's
He's
it.
gonna
Couple
He's
features.
gonna appropriate culture,
Well, how is he doing that?
huh?
How is he
You
doing
know
that?
how he likes to jump on different trends, like with all the like
Yeah, I mean,
Paul and Afrobeat, all that
it's
shit.
it's nothing spectacular to me. I mean, he has some bangers on here, you know, but I don't see the difference with this album and his other albums.
Shit. I'm just waiting for Pusha T to come out.
You know, yeah, he went at Kanye pretty hard, and I don't know why you're putting Swizz and Alicia Keys in there. I just think that's stupid.
Don't make Alicia Keys drop some shit.
You know, right? You know,
I know Alicia got a slick mouth once in a
I'm
while and
like, come
shit.
on, like, who's really putting Drake in their top three? Like right now, with who? Like, you're not better than Benny or Conway or Rock Marcy. You're not
He's
better
not
than
even Benny
Kendrick or J Cole.
or Tyler.
You know what I'm saying? Like whose top three is he in? Because he's not in mine. He was never in mine. He's a good
Even like
artist.
back, even back when he was at his so-called prime and some shit like that. And I mean, like, Take Care, all that shit. He was not like a top tier lyricist.
He's good for what he is, and we know what he is. He's good for that. He's a
I
good
don't know
rapper.
what he is.
He's a good rapper. I don't look at him as an MC. He's a good rapper. He's a good entertainer. He's good for what he do.
Entertainer.
But
That's the key
when you're putting yourself in top three and you got artists out here and he's not better than Black Thought or Royce the 5'9". So how are you
Oh no,
better? How are you in top three? Of top three of what? I don't even think his discography is better than Kanye's own. I think Kanye has a better discography.
of course.
So that's just me. And I like Drake, and I got the Scorpion album. I'm not dick riding no artist. You know what I'm saying? He's not in my top three. He never was.
Shit. Yeah, man. Fuck Drake.
Both album covers are terrible. Like this is what I mean. Like album covers, like the days of art are gone when it comes to album covers. They're gone. Nobody cares about album covers anymore. Our album cover is what made an album too. The whole packaging and how it was presented to the fans, and they don't. It's like they don't care no more. You know,
Exactly.
Drake is the best. Okay. You think Drake is the best, Tim? That's funny.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, you been drinking?
Yeah, let me get what you've been drinking, nigga.
I need that.
Matter of fact, man. Speaking of drinking,
Red is drinking. We know that.
I mean, I was already planning on drinking around this time, so I can't believe it. You know, let's just get. I'm tired of talking about Drake. Let's just get started with this review. I want to talk about hip hop for once. What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Sunday afternoon? Whether y'all just getting off brunch, whether y'all just at church or whatever y'all celebrate religion wise, whatever. It's your boy Reg in the building, the best podcast, you know. Trying to spice up the intro a little bit. Got my homeboy Try with me, Try the
What up?
Instigator.
What's it? I'm with it.
Yeah. Um, I was supposed to say rest in peace to somebody, but I forgot who died. But fuck it, they'll come back to me. Um, Album I want to talk about today is an album that I really, really, really been pushing back. And what better way to talk about it is Ludacris, Word of Mouth. This came out in 2001 on Disturbing the Peace under Def Jam South. Singles albums known for are Get Back, Saturday, Ooh Ooh. Oh wait, hold on. Pause. Not Get Back.
Roll out.
Rollout, Area Codes, Saturday, Ooh Ooh, and Move Bitch. It's kind of crazy too because how I mentioned the Redman Ludacris connection. Redman did a song with De La Soul called Ooh and shit like that too. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of ironic the way
Right.
life happened. And both albums came out the same year too. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's enough for me being a hip hop head. Producers include Ludacris, Swiss Beats, Alicia Keys' husband, Paul King, Bangladesh, very dope producer, Timbaland, Organized Noise, KLC, Juke, and Mr. Jazzy Faye himself. Um, Featured guests include the Disturbing the Peace. You got I-20, the infamous I-20, excuse me, Mr. Fate Wilson, got Shauna, um, 3-6 Mafia, Nate Dogg, Fate Wilson, Keon Bryce, Mystical, Sleepy Brown, Four Eyes, Twister, and Jagged Edge. All right, so we talked about Back for the first time fairly recently, and I want to say that after the release of that album, he pretty much, um, I mean, he didn't really waste no time, working on word of mouth and stuff like that. I mean, because it really came out 1 year later
Right.
and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And also like around this time too, he started getting his acting situated. He started appearing in movies like he appeared on The Wash. He had like a minor role in The Wash and stuff like that. Tri's favorite movie. And yeah, man. Like I said, nothing really too much regarding in between Back for the first time and word of mouth. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's just pretty much like what I have to go through with this album. Um, this is the album cover right here. Ludacris, got his braids out and shit like that, hair all out and stuff. And then
Hmm.
you got his fucking dog looking like he has some dentures or some shit like that. Very funny album. Like his album covers, like around beginning with this album cover and Chicken and Beer. Probably my favorite album covers that he's ever done, hip hop wise and stuff like that. Um, I even like the Red Light District too. I'm not gonna lie.
That was good.
Yeah. Excuse me. Lost some teeth. CGI ordeal and shit like that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, man. I got this album from the CD lot I got. So
Dope.
yeah, man. Um, 18 tracks, technically 19 tracks, and I am going to talk about the skits on this album too, since the skits were funny.
Right.
So track number one, Coming to America. So pretty much, it started off, with the little sample, the royal penis is clean your highness, the scene from Coming to America, hence the name. And just has Ludacris, just spitting some game and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? Just going in on the mic. No intro, just Ludacris at his prime, in my opinion. Like this is the Ludacris I fucking like, the punchline Ludacris. This is the shit I fucking like.
Definitely a great track to begin the album. Love the beat. Ludacris had so many dope quotables on this track. He's saying I'm fly even when I get high. I work cash, and even I got my coats bumped up to first class. I'm both all employees, and I'm here to teach the principal because I've been saved by more bells than Lock Voorhees. And I like those lines. We
Yeah.
incorporated Saved by the Bell and Lock Voorhees. That was dope.
Yeah, man, I love that fucking track, man. Then we're gonna get to roll out, roll out. Um,
Hmm.
this is actually nominated for a Grammy for best male rap solo performance. I wonder who won that year. Hold on, it's probably Nelly.
Ja Rule.
Um, okay, and Wikipedia is not telling me, but okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, so roll out. Fuck it, because they're not even sounding the right shit. So roll out.
Ronnie, yeah. Look up that,
This is
Ronnie.
this was pretty much on next to the first single or whatever.
Hmm.
This was actually one of the first Ludacris songs I've heard growing up and stuff like that because I remember seeing the video. I think one of them beat it was not 106 in Park. It was another music video channel and stuff like that on BT. And I don't know why it was just like entertaining. Just to have the cartoon Ludacris and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't even know Timbaland did this beat because to me it sounds more like a Bangladesh beat in my opinion. I don't know,
Right.
but at the same time, I'm not surprised too because Timbaland at that time was known for experimenting with a lot of foreign sounds.
Uh,
Around the late '90s and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, interesting.
I love his flow on that. Like the way he was pronouncing shit. What in the world you got in that bag? What's in that bag? I love that. And you just like his little fast flow at the end, a couple of cans of whoop ass. You did a good ass job of just eyeing me, spying me. Love that track by Timbo with the horns and the bass line. Classic record.
Yeah, classic record indeed and stuff like that. Now I'm gonna get into Go to Sleep featuring I-20, Fate Wilson, and 3 6 Mafia. It's like a little posse cut, you know what I'm saying? Nice fucking track, nice track. Just Ludacris kind of went a little dark with this album too, like regardless like some of the content. I mean, it's not like Moni Love baseball bat dark and shit like that, but some shit like I feel like we're back for the first time. It had like a more of a comedic kind of tone, but with this album, he went for that more battle rap. I feel like lyricism, like he went for that more battle rap kind of ordeal.
Right.
I don't know if it was just me.
Yeah.
And I love the line where he says, "Tell a hoe to go to sleep. Then turn around and found gotta make them 6 feet deep." And shit, like I don't know, but I feel like Juicy and Crunchy Black had the illest verses and shit. Especially Crunchy when he says,
Yeah.
"So lay down, bitch. Give me all that you dream for. Give me fancy cars. Give me bling, 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 boy. It don't mean a thing, boy. For me, I ain't gonna swing, boy. Them goddamn toys. Do you know what I mean, boy?" Like, yeah, man. Fucking Country Black, man. Southern legend, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I wish certain members in 3 6 Mafia were still in the group, but we all know the story with that. That's all I gotta say.
Dope ass beat. D6 Mafia killed it. I like Juicy J's verse. He says, play is wild, throwing bows, telling chickens, fuck you, ho. Niggas rolling opto mode, snorting that white shit up their nose. Love his flow on that. Ludacris killed it. I love the chorus. Go to sleep, ho. Go to sleep, ho. Be if you tired, be quiet. Go to sleep, ho. Fire. They needed a video for this. I definitely could have seen a video with Luda and Disturbing the Peace and 3 6 Mafia. Definitely a dope ass record.
Definitely a very dope track. All right, now we're gonna get into Crybaby's "Oh No." One thing I like about this album is just the sequencing when it comes to like the skits and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So Crybaby was a very dope track indeed and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Braggadocio, in your face, Ludacris and stuff. So yeah,
Definitely another banger. Love the beat and the bass line on here. Love his verse. He says, who wanna come face me, wanna come who? And women give me face to like face turn blue. They can't breathe, dick to mouth resuscitation, a tight squeeze which stops the lengthy conversation. I play stations, duck cops and lose agents. I'm Dr. Love, close curtains of fuck patience. Fire. Great track. I love it.
yeah, fire joint indeed. Love that beat too.
Yeah.
I think Swiss Beats did that beat.
Did he?
Yeah, Swiss did that beat.
Nice.
One of his better beats. Okay.
Right. Yeah, he was still in his prime then.
Right. Oh, and Scarface did additional vocals on this track too.
Dope.
All right, now we're gonna get into "She Said" featuring Fate Wilson. This was produced by the Organized Noise. Personally, this was a very good track indeed. It's talking about how these females, they say how they DTF, down the fuck or whatever, but at the same time they lying about their promiscuity and stuff like that. And so when they get called out, Ludacris and Fate is just making fun of the chicks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, this one was a very funny track indeed.
Yeah, this was a dope one. Again, I love the beat and I love Luda's flow on the track. And he says, she said her parents never let her out the house because they knew it was so dirty in the South. She hates the boast and she hates the brag. But man, I gotta let her cat out the bag. Just the way that he was drawing out the words at the end of each bar. I love that. And he always have he's another artist that always had a different flow for any track he was on, and I like the way that he manipulated a lot of the beats on this album with his flows.
Exactly. And like old Ludacris was just so man, he was just so
Man.
creative. I mean, he's always been creative with lyricism, but like the first three albums at least, he was just on another stratosphere and shit.
Yep.
Fuck. Now we're gonna get into Whoware, which there's a skit. It was a skit before that where it pretty much leads into this track. What? Yeah, actually, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. Whoware is the skit,
Yep.
and it leads into the next track, Area Code. So just pretty much, just trying to find them, trying to find some holes, trying to get some cutty, you know what I'm saying? And then they looking through all these area codes, in which ironically leads into the next track.
Right. Yeah, I-20 is like he calls up Luda. He's like look in your Holodex for Stacy from Vallejo. You trying to beat, and they were just like it was just like a play on the word hoe, and I'm like, yo, that skit could have been used for back for the first time when before the whole track,
Yeah,
you know.
there's a lot of traces to Back for the First Time on this album too and shit. So
Right.
it's not
That was
surprising
dope.
that you did say that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're gonna get into Area Codes featuring the late great Nate Dogg. A very solid song. I know this song like it's a fan favorite to like a lot of people and stuff like that too. Jazzy Faye did the beat. You know, it's pretty much Ludacris's version of "Girls, Girls, Girls" from Jay Z, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Right.
Just him talking about different area codes he has his girls from.
Mm-hmm.
This is also on the Rush Hour 2 soundtrack. Very dope video too. Nate Dogg, I mean, and like I said, this is like around the time too when Nate Dogg he wasn't just regulated to just doing appearances on just West Coast artists, most specifically Death Row artists, because he can tell he was branching out to like doing like more East featuring and some Southern features and shit too. And I feel like it all really began when he did the Oh No track with Most Def and Pharoah Monch. Love that track, man. Like, oh
Classic.
no.
Yeah. Fire. Yeah, this is a great record, man. Like, rest in peace to Nate Dogg, greatest hook man ever. He did his thing on this, and I love the beat. It's has like a G funk sound to it. I love the bass line, and Luda just talking about like different chicks in different locations, and he says it's the abominable hoe man, Globetrot International Postman, neighbor Dick Dope man. Love his flow on that. Love the video. I actually went to see Rush Hour 2 when that came out, and I think they played the song in the movie, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely a great movie, great song.
Yeah, very, very, very great song and shit. What the fuck are you doing? Okay. Now we're gonna get into Growing Pains, featuring Fate Wilson and Kyan Bryce. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of that sample being used in hip hop
Mm.
because a lot of people kind of use that William Bell sample, and they always use it like the same way, like ding ding ding, dee 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 dee, da da. They always use it the same way. Yeah, I want to say Ludacris was one of the first cats to actually use that sample. I want to say, but eh, it's a decent track.
But he used it right though on
He
this.
did use it right.
You know,
Because
it's
I,
great.
I know Jaheim pretty much did what Ludacris did with that I want to say that Makings of a Man track, whatever that track is and shit like that.
I
But
remember
yeah.
seeing great record. One of my I forgot the name of the Jaheim song. He did use it too.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely a great record. One of my favorites on here. I love the guy singing on the chorus. He was great. He added real soul to the song. Little Fate killed it to me. Little Fate definitely killed some of these songs that he was featured on. I liked his verse. Just basically him and Luda talking about growing up in the hood as kids, and you got like kids playing in the background. You can hear them, and I love the beat and the bass line. Ludacris saying, "A child of the corn, been wild since I was born. Climbing over barbed wire, your clothes got torn. Shoes got muddy and my clique turned cruddy. Wherever I go, they my buddies." Loved his flow on that. Great record.
Yeah, very good record and shit like that. Now we're gonna get into greatest hit. This is probably the funniest skit off this whole album and stuff, in my opinion. Um, it starts off like one of those like album previews where it's like, guys, coming straight to your store near you is the newest Ludacris back for the first time and shit like that. And it's pretty much just talking about how the girls be screaming and shit like that, talking about white girls screaming, random white people uncut and uncensored. It's funny as hell. It reminds me of those old BT commercials when they used to have like a new album, and there'd be that one announcer that be going so fucking in. Like, I remember when DJ Khaled dropped the We the Best album from '07, and niggas were talking about BT was like hyping that shit, the commercial like DJ Khaled coming out with his new straight banger. I'm
Crazy.
so hood. It was just like, oh, I was like, it kind of reminds me of that. It just had like a nostalgic feeling and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, it was hilarious, and that was back in the day when big albums would drop and you would see the commercial for it.
Right.
They get you hyped. They would play like a piece of the single or the video, and they get you hyped for the album coming out. So I miss those commercials.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shit. So now we're gonna get into Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. Now, this is the recipe for a perfect song in the early 2000s. Club banger from the South. Check. Mystical as a guest appearance. Check. Entertaining music video. Check.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Basically.
And so Luda definitely did his that's how I about to say. He did his thong. He did his thing with this track right here. This is actually his first top 10 hit on the charts too. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, his first top 10.
Wow.
And so yeah, man. The video was dope too and stuff like that. I want to say in the video, he was using the bathroom and this motherfucker's like, "Oh, you're Ludacris, man." I got all, and then Ludacris is getting fucking mad. And that's just how I feel when motherfuckers be trying to call me when I'm eating food, especially when I tell them I'm eating and I don't want to be bothered, and you just see yourself just. So yeah, it's just like shit like that. I just kind of gotten. I appreciate it's like the little things about this album I like and shit. So yeah, man. Yes, Sam, it does speak for itself. Like, move, bitch, get out the way. Classic track. One of Ludacris's best, in my opinion.
And he had his afro out in the video.
Oh my god.
Dope video. Like, it's like everything you said. Like, we had the makings of a hit. It's a classic record. R20's on it. Mystical. I think this is a perfect song for Mystical to get crazy on, and he always got hype on any track that he did. And I love the beat and the horns. It's really like a rowdy crunk type of track, and Luda saying, causing confusion, disturbing the peace. It's not an illusion. We run in the streets. So bye to all you groupies and gold diggers. Is there a bump on your ass? No, nigga. I just love this flow on that, and it was wild. Like, the whole video is wild. The whole song is wild. It's crazy. Look, definitely, I love this track.
Yeah, definitely. So now we're gonna get into Stop Lying. Again, another skit with like leads perfectly into the song, which I cannot say that a lot about. I can't even say that about even like the greats, like when De La Soul, certain skits. Some skits didn't always lead perfectly into the next song, but because that's not throwing shots at De La. You know how much I love De La, but still. But so with this skit, it's pretty much they're trying to wait for the girls to come over, but the girls ain't coming over, and so I-20 is like, I-20 is like, there's some hoes, man. And Luda's like, well, you need to stop calling them hoes and shit like that. I'm like, nigga, you call them hoes all throughout the fucking album. What the fuck you talking?
Right?
You been calling them fucking hoes all throughout the fucking album. What the fuck you talking about, man? Like,
Crazy.
so yeah. So next thing you know, it somebody calls through and stuff like that, and I think it was like some bodyguard and this trying to threaten him, talking about, oh yo, better whoop your ass and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I think his mom, I-20's mom picks up the phone and shit like that, saying, whose ass you, by the way, get off the damn phone and stuff like that. Y'all know how back in the days when before niggas used to have cell phones and shit like that, he had the house phone, and your
Right.
mom be always listening to your shit, or
Right.
she was trying to hide the fact that she be breathing and shit.
Mm-hmm. Hoes
Yeah.
calling at 3 a.m.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're like, yo, why you calling so late? Shit. My mom's
Shit.
sleeping. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was definitely a dope ass skit, and just I-20 telling Luda, like, never tell hoes the truth, and they just making up all kind of shit, you know. You hear Luda in the background is like, you don't really drive a Mercedes, you got like a jalopy, shit like that. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, man, very hilarious and shit. All right. Now you're gonna get into Saturday Ooh Ooh, featuring Sleepy Brown. This was a song I totally forgot about. That's some real shit. I mean, I remembered it, but it's not like my most listened to tracks. Next, like Mouf, Bitch,
Right.
and Welcome to Atlanta, which I'll get into that in a minute. But this track right here was a nice little banger. Sleepy Brown, Organized Noise, a lot of Outkast mentions lately. I think that's God's way of telling me, yeah, review them Outkast albums, nigga. Like,
Outkast discography breakdown.
I mean, I was thinking if we do an Outkast discography breakdown, I want to talk about some Disturbing the Peace shit too.
Right.
Just doing that shit too. But we'll talk about that. Because I still want to do the Henry Rollins one first. And shit. Oh, by the way, don't forget about the Gambling Help list too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Don't get the fuck out of here. So yeah, Saturday Ooh Ooh, pretty solid track. I be hating when notifications be coming up my laptop,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's pretty solid.
Dope beat, dope bass line. The video was hilarious too, and I love Luda's flow again on this track. Act like my rims ain't clean. How you gonna act like my neck don't bling? Haters get sprayed like Afro Sheen, but they never really want to pop them things and fire joint. I love the chorus. System on blast, cops just pass. Just seen a big goal last. It's Saturday. Funky track, man. This is like one of them weekend joints you hear at the
Yeah,
club, and I love it.
yeah, man. I definitely agree with you on that, man. Um, Now we're gonna have Keep It on the Hush. This was produced by Jazzy Faye. Keep It on the Hush. What can I say about Keep It on the Hush? It definitely, out of all the songs off this album, it definitely has a Goody Mob influence. Like, this is one, and it wasn't even produced by Organized Noise, because the preacher in the beginning sounds like Bootsy Collins. Like, just the way he was talking like this, baby. Like,
Right,
that's
yeah.
the way to that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And even like the beat, it has like a soul food, still standing kind of vibe. Anything before that stupid World Party album.
Oh
Like,
god, that was bad.
oh yeah, we actually agree on the album that's bad. Yeah,
That was bad.
that was
Man,
bad. That was
I don't know what they doing now.
well, like to me, the first two albums, that's the only albums I really listened
Yeah.
to.
I agree.
The one with the We Don't Dance No More, it's mood music for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, just the album. I don't know.
Terrible.
Why didn't I think of that as a trash? Because I know there's people that actually do like that album.
Really? I don't like no song on
Yeah.
it. That's gonna be a 0 for me.
That's because a lot of diehard Goody Mob fans, they would. Okay. Yeah. But like I said, a lot of diehard Goody Mob fans would like defend the World Party album. It is crazy because they will defend the World Party album, but Outkast fans will be so quick to talk shit about Speaker Box and shit.
Illuminati. See, they trying to stop me from saying shit. They
Nah,
said,
because
don't talk about Goody Mob album, yo.
and mind you, I think they were talking about the Illuminati around that time too.
Right, yeah.
But I was saying, it's funny because the Goody Mob, there's certain Goody Mob people or fans that actually would defend that album, but they would not defend Speaker Box and The Love Below. That's the crazy.
Way better album than that the World Party shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, even Idlewild's a way better album than World
Yeah.
Party.
yep. I can play songs from Idlewild, you know.
Right? Yeah. That trash review is gonna come with that shit.
Oh boy. Wow.
Oh shit, because I still don't even want to do Best of Both Worlds, but I guess that's the next one everybody wants to do rent and shit.
And that's considered trash to you. That's what I don't get. Compared to World Party, that's trash to you? Wow.
Hey,
What are
hey.
you doing, Reg? What are you doing?
Hey, it was either Best of Both Worlds or Nasir and shit.
That's still not as bad as World Party though. I can play like 4 or 5 joints on Nasir compared to a World Party. I can't play nothing on here. You know.
And it's I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but back to Keep It on the Hush. This was a very dope song. You know, Jazzy Faye, I've never really been the biggest oh my god Jazzy Faye fan, but when he does right shit, he does right shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like as long as he doesn't talk, that's all that matters. Because sometimes he be having that weird kind of voice and shit like, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. Is it his dad is from the Ohio Plays or something?
Who Jazzy Faye?
Yeah.
He has some roots. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
His father was in a group back in the day. It's either the Spinners or Ohio Plays or something.
His father, James Alexander, he was a bassist for the Barcades.
Barcades, right.
Yeah.
And he died in that plane crash with them?
No, he was one of the survivors from that plane crash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did Sierra stuff. It was a cool track. It was good. I like the beat on it.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. Jazzy Fizzle, the Duck Shizzle. I'm like, oh my god. Hold on. That's one thing about Jazzy. Sometimes he be doing too much. Like, okay, nigga, we know it's a Jazzy Faye beat, nigga. He said that shit like 20 fucking times on the track.
Jazzy Fizzle.
Alright, now we're gonna get into the word of mouth freestyle featuring 4 Eyes. Now, this was just the track I believe was more reminiscent of Back for the First Time because it reminds me of that Mouthing Off track, which ironically both Luda and 4 Eyes did. A very dope track.
Right.
I like the freestyle, but to me, they try to do what they did with the Mouthing Off track so much with the beat and everything in the flow, which again, I like it. I like the track, but it was just like I kind of prefer the Mouthing Off, even though they did say it was a freestyle, but it is what it is.
I love it. Again, it's just Ludacris showcasing his bars. Drake can't do the shit like this, and people feel like he's in the top 3. I'm like, he can't do no cipher like this.
Can Jada
When
do?
you hear Luda saying, "You rolling on dubs, I roll right in the club. Dirtiest song with more rings than your tub. You think it's all practical jokes and big bloopers, but I smack bitches with no titties that work at Hooters." Drake ain't saying no shit like this. This is bars right here, kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't mean to catch. Can Jada Kiss rap like this?
of course he can. I mean, if you ask BJ, he's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But you know that's debatable. But Ludacris, that The main reason why I love Luda is because of his lyricism. Like he can carry any track that he's on because of his lyricism. You know what I'm saying? And he has different flows. Like Busta Rhymes is the same way. He had different flows for every track he was on. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're gonna call yourself a lyricist, you gotta sound different on shit. You can't just be sounding the same on like 6, 7 albums already a decade later. You know what I'm saying? And you're already calling yourself top 3. You know.
Right.
So I don't know.
I feel I definitely respect you on that because, and that's the thing about the hip hop game now. It's like lyricism don't matter no more and shit. But
Drake is good for what he is. We know what he is. He's good for what he is. I'm not. When it comes to lyricism, he ain't fucking with artists like Ludacris. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. It's like he don't spit the type of bars that Ludacris do.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the bath. I'm gonna let you go to the
Yeah.
next song.
The next. What is the next song? Next song is "Get the Fuck Back" with a Little Fate. Like again, I think Little Fate definitely did his thing on some of these tracks. Nice beat, nice horns on this. Little Fate saying you got inches with us, talking shit on mixtapes. I catch you at a show and beat you with the mixtape. I liked his verse on here. That was dope. I wish Little Fate had some had a chance to shine out of the crew, but that's a whole different story. No, I didn't know Ludacris had beef with Drake. Did not know that. Cruz, what's good? Moonflower. K, what's up? Great track, yo. Man. Sam, you funny. Yes, there is. I like Drake. But again, I know what Drake is and what he's not. And for him to say that he's top 3 right now, I think he's highly like high off of shit. You know what I'm saying? There's way too many like lyricists that's better than him right now.
Let the church say yeah. What we talking about?
We talking about the Ludacris and Drake beef? I didn't know they had beef.
Yeah, they had some beef
When was that?
back in like 2012, 2013, some shit like that.
Oh, for what?
I don't know actually how the beef started. It was some stupid shit, but like a lot of Drake's beefs, but everyone wants to act like he's a GOAT. Unpopular opinion, I feel like the Back to Black diss track was probably the most overrated diss track next to Hit 'Em Up, but
Wow.
y'all not
You
ready
think
for
Hit 'Em
that.
Up was overrated? Oh Lord. Somehow we're talking about Pac again. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
but let me get back to Ludacris.
Hit 'Em Up was overrated to you? Wow.
I told you why I think it was overrated. I've always been an against all odds fan, but I don't dislike Hit 'Em Up. I just feel like it's not the best diss everyone makes it out to be. Yeah, I said it.
I think it's a great diss song.
Oh,
I totally disagree with you.
it's a good diss track, but the Outlaws ruined it to me.
But the Outlaws were always on this shit. That's nothing new.
Yeah, but
how many songs they were on Outlaws with me?
This is my thing. This is my thing. You coming out of jail and stuff like that, and you have this diss track. You have this diss track. Hit 'Em Up. The first
He put his
verse
homeboys on it.
Huh? You said what?
He put his homeboys on the track like he normally would.
Yes, I get it. I get it. He put his homeboys, friends forever. We are the world. I get it. But at the same time, I feel like when these rappers, and I'm not just talking about pop, when rappers invite their homeboys on a diss track, sometimes their verses can bring the song down. One of the few times that did not happen was when Eazy-E did Real Motherfucking G's and he had Dressed and BG Knockout. I felt like Knockout had the best verse. I never told no one. I felt like Knockout had the best verse.
So you think that Outlaws brought the song down?
Yes, I did.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, yes,
I don't.
yes, I did.
This is the
Like
one time I'm gonna agree with you. I don't.
you starting off a song, I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. I
Okay.
expect you to go on some no Vaseline, some bridges over kind of shit.
Now
This
what if
nigga,
what
get out
if
the way, yo, get out the way, yo. Biggie Smalls just got popped. What the fuck
what
is
if
that?
okay now what if Big did that with Junior Mafia and they made a diss song to the Outlaws?
I would have probably said the same thing. Because, but mind you, when Big made a diss track, he was by himself. Kick in the door, long
Right.
kiss goodnight.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't heal C's and larceny.
Pac has diss songs against them. They're unreleased. He has diss songs by
Yeah,
himself
by
against them.
himself. He had this up by himself and shit like that. That's why I prefer it against all odds.
Mm-hmm.
Even Bomb First, the Outlaws were good on Bomb
Right.
First.
Right.
Just minus that exhibit this line, which I felt
Mm-hmm.
like was like, okay, why exhibit and shit? But okay,
Right.
they were just trying to prove that they were like the best crew, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
um, hold up, what was the name of that one other rap? When when Uncle Luke did,
Mm-hmm.
pussy ass kid and punk ass play.
Right.
When I first heard that track, I didn't care for like JT Money's verse and all that shit, but
Mm-hmm.
now I appreciate it. But I was more of a fan of the I Ain't Bullshitting Part 2. Like, I ain't bullshitting. I was more a fan
Right.
of that one.
Right.
Yeah, see, Cruz sees my point.
Yes, Bomb First was great. That's a great way to open up Machiavelli. That was a great song. But
Yeah.
Tupac has always worked with the Outlaws. I feel like that's the best Outlaws shit you're gonna ever hear. Like the stuff they're doing now don't fail in comparison to what they did
They're
with
doing
Pac.
shit now.
They're still making music, but it's not the same without Pac. They lost that energy.
Hmm.
You know,
Um,
they've done albums with Bone Thugs. People didn't even know that.
shit, shit. Hell, we need BG Knockout and Dresden when they came out with DPG Killer. And I'm gonna go back to the fucking track too. But when they came out with DPG Killer, they killed Dog Pound on that one and shit like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Even though Dog Pound they did good with that What Would You Do track, but still. Anyway, let me go back to Ludacris before this goes to another Tupac discussion. Yeah, we were at Back the Fuck Up,
Hmm.
right? Get the Fuck Back, excuse me. Um, hmm, pretty much one of my favorite tracks of this album. I consider it to be like the rugged version of the Disturbing the Peace rugged version of Move Bitch. I-20, Fate Wilson, Shauna did their thing. You know me, man. I-20, whenever that motherfucker spits and shit, boom, that shit. I definitely need to get my hands on that self-explanatory album. That to me is a personal classic. It's not a universal classic. It's a personal classic.
It's a Jadakiss album. That's it.
Moving on. Now we're gonna get into Cold Outside. Oh, excuse me. Damn, Freaky Things, featuring Twista and poor man's version of Jodeci, Jagged Edge. Um,
Oh Lord.
yeah, I never really was a big fan of Jagged Edge like that, and
I thought they were good.
they were good on this track. But yeah, they were. This song was alright. It was alright. It's not anything like Splash Waterfalls and shit like that, but
Man.
I feel like if this beat was specifically for Twista, I would have definitely been intrigued to hear what he would have done on shit. Because this was before Kamikaze Twista.
Hmm. I thought it was good. I like the beat and Jagged Edge on the chorus. Twista did his thing, of course. Loved his flow on that. Luda loved his flow, and again, like he knows how to manipulate the beat, and he had a different flow for this song. And when he says, "Butter soft, I'm ripping the buttons off your blouse. Smell aroma of a ding-a-ling King Ludacris when I'm in yo house. Check the ratio of men and women, women to men when down south. Hot fellatio, hot jalapenos, holla holla while they in your mouth." I love that flow, like the way he was just ending it off with like the last word. He was like on the tail end of his bars, and I think it fits the song. And I've always liked Jagged Edge. I think Jagged Edge was them and 112 was like the best groups of the 2000s for me, as far as R&B. And they sounded good on this track, and I like the beat. It was dope.
I feel you. Now we're gonna get into Cold Outside. Pretty much my favorite track off this album. This is pretty much just talking about how, again, describing his environment and the fact that, he's becoming a successful rapper and stuff like that. And he does not want to risk it all to lose it all and shit like that. He said he got to this point where he could feel comfortable in his life, but he want to go back to that street shit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Very, very dope track. These days we have songs where motherfuckers glorify the street shit, and by the end of the day, they're fucking actors and shit like that. They ain't really living that life, but
Right.
I know who them niggas are and shit. You know what I'm saying? I like the line where this motherfucker says, "Oh, I wish I could get some cream and get up out the hood with some dreams. I'm peeping hard crime, see the system fucked up, and they giving out some hard times. Like, love, love, love this track. I love the beat. The beat is grimy as fuck and shit like
Mm-hmm.
that. I forgot how dark this album can get at times and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, this was some really good shit.
Yeah, this was a dope song. Definitely enjoyed it. Um, nice beat, nice bass line, solid track.
Yeah, I definitely hear your point and shit. I'm sorry, I was watching on Friday and shit. Um, next thing we got technically it's two tracks in one. If you have the clean version, um, see this is where it kind of gets it's block lockdown, but then it
Mm,
has a hidden track of Welcome to Atlanta. But
right.
they say if you have the clean version, it has the full unfaded version of Block Lockdown before Welcome to Atlanta. So I have the I have the split version and shit like that. So
Right.
yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, Block Lockdown is another dope track where Ludacris has definitely spit his shit lyrically and shit like that too. Nice way to end off the album. Everyone knows that track, Welcome to Atlanta and stuff like that for Jermaine Dupri. That's actually one of the few Jermaine Dupri songs I actually like, believe it or not.
Right.
That was on the Instructions album. It was known. It did a lot of remixes too. Like you have the New York, the Coast to Coast remix, with like Diddy, Murphy Lee, and Snoop. Why have Diddy, but okay. Yeah. So yeah. This was a very, very, very dope song. Nice way to end off the album.
Yeah, Block Like Down was dope. Welcome to Atlanta, that was a big hit when that came out. Yeah, they had remix. I remember the West Coast remix. They had the video for that, and Diddy was on the remix and shit. And that was a cool track.
Yeah, definitely. All right, and that's all the tracks off this album. Overall, this is a very, very, very dope album. This was another step. This was another dope step. Above Back for the First Time and stuff like that. It's a 5 night classic in my opinion. And shit. Even though my favorite album is Chicken and Beer, that's my favorite Luda album. Which unfortunately I don't have that in my collection. I was very close on getting it, but
Right.
they was selling that for like $40 on vinyl. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
It's
And
crazy.
then they'll do the album for no $40 on vinyl. Yeah.
Uh,
But this one was like a very, 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 very good album. To me, it's a classic, classic, classic album. They re-released this album on vinyl too, this year. So they re-released this album on vinyl. So if for all my vinyl heads, if y'all find this album, you must have in your collection. So yeah,
Definitely a great album. Love the production, the features, the songs. Ludacris always on point with his lyrics. Little Fate did his thing on a lot of these features he was on. Definitely was impressed with his stuff. Yeah. Roll Out, Grown Pains, Area Codes, Move Bitch, Freaky Things. Those like my favorites. Find my classic.
definitely. All right, I'm gonna stay on for a couple minutes and shit. Shit, my job tripping, Do you think that this is? Do you think this is when Ludacris adopted his own cartoon? I feel like he had that style from back the first time, like when he first came out and shit. That whole cartoonish style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sam asked me about Redman first album. I said I would review that. I think the anniversary this month. I want to say
Okay, I got you.
what the album. Yeah, I think it's this month.
Classic.
Yeah. Can you guys review Yasin Bey Ecstatic? I gotta hear that again. That was definitely a good album though.
Most Def's The Ecstatic.
Yeah.
Dope. Shit. Watch Your Mouth is another dope diss track. Yeah, Watch Your Mouth was good. You got Wendy Williams on that one.
Which one is that? Watch Your Mouth?
Yeah, that was one of the more unreleased tracks. He was going after Nas, Wendy Williams, Dr. Dre.
Pac?
Yeah,
That's not the Why You Turning on Me track?
I mean,
Or is
he
it a
had
different
that
title?
track. That was a different song and shit. Yeah.
Oh, so there's more than one track with this Wendy Williams.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Cause I only heard the Why You Turning on Me track. What y'all think of High Tech first album? That was High Technology. That was a dope album. Definitely loved that one. Romeo Must Die. I haven't seen that in a minute. It was good though.
Yeah.
That's the original. It's the original with a different title. But he's saying why you turning on me on the chorus though.
So I heard Wash Your Mouth
That's
and Why You Told Me were
is
different
that the
tracks.
one where that's the one where he's like calling Wendy Williams a fat bitch and she need Jenny Craig and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he sampled the I want to say it's a Gap Band song he sampled for that joint.
Oh yeah, the Romeo Must Die soundtrack got re-released and shit.
If Biggie never went back to Cali, he'd be still alive right now. Oh, the soundtrack you talking about? I never heard the Romeo Must Die soundtrack.
Me neither.
They re-released it. What do you think of Chief Keef and Little Durk, Reg?
Chief Keef's alright. Lil Durk is trash. So Drake singing a song Cats, I'm Still in Flowers. What? Okay.
I think you're talking about the Drake and Luda beef.
So did you hear the Kanye and Andre track, right?
Yes, I heard it. I thought it was good. Like it should have been on Donda though. Why is it unreleased?
Yeah, that should have been on done.
The
That shit
dude was
was
just
fire.
taking off songs. He took off Chris Brown off the album. I think wasn't Chance recorded something. He took him off.
Chris Brown called him a hoe ass nigga.
Crazy man. He has like a whole bunch of unreleased shit from this album.
A lot of people say he's just acting out just so he can say in the name of Jesus and shit.
Well, I don't think if it's for a gimmick, I think that's whack. I think using religion to sell records is whack. If he's really where he's at now in his life with finding Jesus, then that's good. More power to him. But I think if he's doing that just to sell, for streaming, I don't think that's cool. And he don't need to do that. He's Kanye. He don't need no
But my,
stupid gimmick to sell records.
but my question is like, how are you talking about Jesus, 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 but you won't be associating yourself with Marilyn Manson?
DMX, look at him. He did Marilyn Manson track with Marilyn Manson. Wasn't DMX a religious person? He was praying. He had prayers. I didn't hear nobody say anything
True,
when he was praying. But did
true,
anybody say
true.
back in 1998 that DMX is why is he doing all this gospel shit in his music? I didn't hear that in '98.
But
And I seen
DMX
him live,
also did.
and I seen him live, and he did the prayer live on stage. I didn't hear nobody say that back then. But when Kanye do it, it's an issue. So it's like, what we doing here? you know, as long as he's not using it for financial purposes, I think that's whack. That would be like you. That would be like some like Lil Nas X coming out and saying that he's gay and he's using his sexual preference to sell records. I think that's whack. Do it the old fashioned way. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a dope artist, people are gonna notice and they're gonna fuck with your shit. If you gotta do all these extra things and gimmicks to sell records, then how much of a goat do people consider Kanye then?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my whole thing on it. If he's not doing that, and if he really is, if he's the new Kanye and he found the Lord or whatever, then more power to him. What do you think? '90s needed if Drake came out in the '90s, would be laughed out of hip hop. I'll tell you that already. All that singing and stuff, he would have been laughed out of hip hop. Kanye could have survived in the '90s. I don't know about Drake.
Hmm.
They would have said he's too soft and they wouldn't fuck with him. They would have made like countless diss songs against Drake in the '90s.
Right. Times have changed.
Yeah. Again, they he came out at the right time. Where there's other artists at back in the '90s like PM Dawn that wasn't accepted. Arrested Development, I don't feel like they were fairly accepted, even though they went many times platinum and got Grammys. What y'all think of R&B male groups be singing and they be screaming like a girl, and they be singing in the concerts in the '90s and '80s with a high pitch note? I don't know I don't understand what you mean, DJ. Do you like Candyman? Candyman, the movie or the artist?
Drake would have got kicked out in the night.
Yes, you would have. The movie, yeah, Candyman is great. Great movie. I didn't see the new one yet though. The OG ones was great. Kay said only artist music that still inspires me today was Kendrick. Kendrick is great.
Yeah, Kendrick is good. I heard that Baby King track the other day. That shit was fire.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
What artist alive would have beef with Drake? I don't know. Can you imagine Pac having beef with Drake? That wouldn't happen. I don't think Drake would be that dumb to do that shit. Family Ties. Family Ties the show? I like Family Ties the show.
The song
The song?
with Baby Keem and Kendrick.
I didn't hear it. Ja Rule or Fat Joe? Fat Joe. Better lyricist. Sam said, can you review the first Dead Prez album? I thought we did that.
I thought we did it. I have to look back.
Yeah, I thought we did that. The Dead Prez album. Yeah, I think you were talking about that one with Kendrick and what's her name? Baby Keem?
Yeah.
That one. We never did that? Oh, Sam, then you would know then. So we didn't do the album review. I thought we did do that for Dead Prez.
Yeah, I thought we did too. Damn.
Maybe we talked about it?
Earth, Wind, and Fire dropped a new song.
You Want My Love? I never heard it. Haven't heard it yet. How was it? We talked about it, but we didn't review it? Oh, we talked about doing it. Okay.
I'll see. Eventually, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Sam be knowing, yo. What would Michael Jackson think about Drake? I think Michael would actually work with Drake. Michael could work with anybody, so if Michael worked with Drake, that would be an instant hit. You know, I mean, he worked with Biggie. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was a great song. Was Ja Rule Drake before Drake? In a way, yeah. He was Drake before Drake. You know, he more on the thuggish side of things. You know, he actually had real street beef with 50. I don't know what type of real beef Drake got. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, man, this has been a dope review. I'm actually about to call it an afternoon.
Call it a night? You about to call it a night?
Not to call it an afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah, because I have to finish something for somebody right quick. Tuesday, yeah. That's it. Nori's album. I'm planning on doing that on Tuesday and shit.
Yes. MJ loved Super Thug? I didn't know that. Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Can you hear Michael over the Super Thug beat? That would have been crazy.
MJ on MJ Super Thug? Wow.
Yeah. Neptunes and Michael? That would be crazy.
But I heard the Neptunes originally was supposed to have been doing some stuff for Invincible, though.
Right. And what happened? He didn't use it?
I don't think he used it. Because he
he
wanted, I think he wanted Dr. Dre to be on the album, too.
Yeah, I remember that. Dre said he didn't want to work with him because he's a household name already.
Because of what?
He's a household name. He didn't want to work with household name. I'm like, that makes no sense because he worked with Mary J. Blige. She was a household name.
That's what I'm saying. That makes no sense.
I didn't understand that.
Okay, but anyway.
Yeah, he didn't want to work with Michael. That's what he said.
Wow. Anyway, but Yeah, man. I do plan on talking about King's Disease 2 Thursday.
Oh Lord, is this a trash review?
No,
Oh man,
nah, it's not trash with you. But yeah, you said you had some shit planned this week too, right?
pre-recorded shit though.
Okay,
Like
that's what's
like
up.
live, the live stuff will be like later this month though. But I'll do the Redman album live, the birthday album review.
Okay, bad.
The other shit will be like just pre-recorded. It's easier for me to just drop it whenever.
Okay, no doubt.
You know what I mean?
And you say you're gonna watch the Rick James documentary too, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that tonight.
I might watch that again before I go out. But yeah, man. So and more than likely, I might start going back to my Sunday night reviews next week. So I'll give more information about that
Front
because
fronting was for Michael and MJ. Wow,
really,
I didn't see the Pharrell Drink Champs. It's like 3 hours long or some shit.
speaking of
I'm trying to picture Prince on that. I could picture Michael. I don't know about Prince on that though.
I heard originally that was only for Prince. I ain't know nothing about Michael.
That was for Prince.
I heard it was front. It was originally just supposed to have been for Prince. I
For
didn't hear
one of his
nothing about.
2000 albums. One of his.
Yeah,
Wow, that's crazy. And he said no. What are y'all doing, man? Like Pharrell is a legend. How I don't. I'm trying to understand how people just be turning down Pharrell beats at that time. Jay Z turned down the grinding beat. Like that would have been a hit for Jay. You know what I'm saying?
sometimes things happen for a reason.
It's crazy, man.
Shit.
Wow.
Other than that, man, hope everyone has a good afternoon. Depending on how I feel, and keyword depending, I might do another chat tonight or another video, but that's the keyword depending on how I feel. But hope
Get
everyone
some
has.
sleep, man.
Oh, you already know.
Get some rest, please.
You already know. Because after what happened last night, I'm just over
Yeah.
working for bosses and shit. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, hope everyone has a good night. Appreciate it, try. I'll
All
see
right.
y'all later.
Peace.
Peace.